Diamond Sodi from Canwings Consultants Private Limited. Welcome to this very special session about Australia's federal budget that was announced yesterday on the 6th of October. The purpose of this video is basically to walk you through the major highlights of the budget and how it affects potential migrants and offshore migrants in particular. So first of all, I'd like to tell you that as opposed to the view earlier this week that owing to the COVID pandemic, perhaps the planning level would be reduced to 34,000 for the year 2020-21. That has not happened. The planning level has been retained at 160,000 visas to be granted. So that's great news. Following this, I'd like to talk about certain visa subclasses that for which the visa quota has been increased. That is the family stream visas, the employer sponsored visas, the global talent visas. The quota for this has been tripled in fact. The partner sponsored, especially where the partner is living in regional areas, and the business investment visas. An indication has also been made on onshore applicants getting priority, and the offshore applicants quota under the state territory nominated visas is yet to be announced. So what usually happens is that every year the federal government announces its budget, and during the budget any major announcement related to the visas are made, such as any kind of revision in the occupation list, any change in the fee structure, any legislative changes, and so on. So as far as what we have for now, we do not see any revisions in the occupation lists or any change in the point system and so on. So everything remains pretty much the way it was. Now what remains to be seen is that for the subclass 190 and 491, which state is going to nominate how many visas for the specific occupations. So once the federal government comes up with its budget, the states come up with their own individual budgets, such as the NSW has its own budget, the state of South Australia would have its own state migration plan. So now we are looking at and waiting for the states to release their state migration plans and tell us about the occupations that they're going to nominate, and tell us about their revised eligibility criteria for meeting the requirements for 190 and 491 subclasses. As of today, what you'll see on the state government's website would be the criteria for the onshore applicants, because of late, recently, owing to the critical shortages being addressed, the states were only accepting applications from onshore applicants. However, with the release of the budget, the offshore nominations will be issued, and the states will be revising their eligibility criteria and telling us as to what kind of skill set is needed for a specific occupation in order for it to be nominated by a state. Therefore, my suggestion to you is now to quickly go ahead and make sure your skills assessments are in place, to make sure your English proficiency is in place, to make sure your EOIs are absolutely updated, because the applications for nomination are taken up on a first come first serve basis. For certain occupations, there's a very small window that you have in order to lodge your application. So you obviously don't want to be left out. From the mid of October, we're hoping that states would start rolling out the nomination plans, and the states will start to nominate applicants. We would be very happy to look at your queries, your questions, and assess your eligibility. In case you have not yet got your skills assessment done, please do so immediately. Send us your CVs on canwings@gmail.com. That is CANWINGS@gmail.com, or give us a call on 78498 We'll be very happy to look at your CVs and your questions. And please understand that the state nomination is the second step of your migration process. A lot of you might have already completed the first step. Those who've done that, please get in touch with us so that we can walk you through the various criteria of the different states that'll be announced very shortly. And for those of you who've yet not started with this skills assessment, please get in touch with us immediately, and we may have to prioritize your your application depending on what your occupation is, in order to take advantage of the nomination opportunities that are to become available for offshore applicants very soon. So until the next video, bye bye and please take care.